Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fun look using the new Morphe x Lucky Charms eyeshadow palette, which is basically like a rainbow palette with a few neutral tones. And this is the look I'm going to be recreating. I'm going to be doing it a little bit different, but I really love how, if I can get it to zoom in, I really love like how it cuts at the end here, and I'm gonna do a little bit something different in the front, but I really like how it cuts right there in the front or in the back. So I'm gonna recreate that look, and that look was actually done by the makeup artist named Jackie. She goes by the Jackie on Instagram, so check her work out if you have not already. And the person that shot that video of that makeup look is by Spoon Images on Instagram, so check her out as well. And yeah, so let's get started. So I'm first gonna use this color called Enchanted Forest. I'm gonna take a really small brush by Poppy Cosmetics, and I'm going to apply this really dark green right in the front here. I'm going to kind of try to create a ombre. You'll see. It's hard to explain, but I'm basically going to create a ombre shape. So I'm just going to start right here. I kind of want it to be along a little bit above my crease, so I'm going to start right over here. And I'm using a small brush because it just helps the color not really go everywhere, and kind of you just like put it exactly where you want it to be. So basically like that, creating this kind of like long jelly bean shape. And along the edges, I'm going to blend it out even further, but still creating this same shape. Next, I'm going to take this color called Leprechaun. I'm going to take this Leprechaun color on a Lorella Cosmetics BB09 brush. And I'm going to use this really small brush to help me blend out the edges of Enchanted Forest. So I'm going to go along the edges here and just work on blending this out. Like that. So pretty the way this is like blending out right now. Guys, this is my third time. Look, I'm gonna always mention my struggle, okay? This is my third time reshooting this, okay? And this is going really good, so I'm praying that we can pull through with a look today. Pull through. So yes, this is so pretty. So now I'm gonna do this on the other side. Now I'm gonna go back in with Enchanted Forest, since it did get a little bit lightened by this lighter green called Leprechaun, and just add it right back in here. I also want to add just a smidge of black in the very center, so I'm gonna grab this ColourPop Down to Earth Pressed Powder palette, and I'm going to use the color Naturist, which is this really deep dark black, and I'm going to use the same brush and just grab a smidge black and just add it right in the center of that. I just feel like it will add a little bit more depth, detail to the look, so why not? Next, I'm going to use this color called Playful, and I'm going to use this small brush that Morphe created with Coca-Cola, their little collection, and I'm going to use this color Playful to kind of blend out the light green and also just add another pop of color next to it. And then once I'm done with that, I will go back with the light green color again just to help blend into that color, but also just to bring it back to life because it is a little like that Playful color did kind of like take it away a little bit, so I'm gonna just add it in here a little bit more. Next, I'm gonna take this palette by Arm Cosmetics. It's their Mattescription eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna take their white color in here called WBC, and I'm just gonna use a Sigma E25 brush to basically go along the edges of the color Playful, just to make sure Playful looks, you know, blended. Next, I'm gonna grab this color Enchanted Forest again, And I'm going to be adding this on the end now because we're kind of basically finished with this part for now. I'm going to use a small brush again. I just feel like they're working for me right now, so I'm going to continue with them. And I'm going to map out the end because we're going to smoke this out. It doesn't have to be too perfect, but I just want to get the general shape of me blending this color out. So I'm just going to work on tapping it in and creating that shape. And to speed up the process a little bit more, I'm going to take a bigger brush, but nothing like too big. I'm going to take a MAC 221 brush. I'm going to use that color Leprechaun, the light green. And I'm going to go around the edges of this Enchanted Forest color to blend out this green, this darker green. And then I'm going to go back in with that Enchanted Forest color on a Sigma E25 brush. And I'm just going to go back with this color just so I can kind of blend out this into the green a little bit more. The smaller brush would have been just too stiff to do this, so that's why I'm grabbing a bigger brush. Next, I'm going to take this Playful color, and I'm going to take that color Playful on a Morphe M441 brush. And I'm going to use this to help me, of course, blend out the edges of the light green, but also add another pop of color. And then I'm going to go back in with that Leprechaun color because it definitely got lost in the midst of that Playful color, and I'm just going to add it back in here. And then once again, I'm going to take that dark green color Enchanted Forest and add it back in here because it kind of got lost a little bit, but I also want to shape it a little bit more. Next, I'm going to start carving out everything. So I'm going to actually grab Makeup Wipe. I'm going to just carve it out right here. Now I'm going to carve out the little swoops here. So I'm going to be using my Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water to remove those parts of the eye. And I'm going to start off by using a Q-tip to help me do this. So I'm just going to get some of that on there. I'm going to take off some of the excess like liquid just because I don't want it to be so watery and like bleed everywhere. And then I'm going to kind of stamp it where I want it to be and then start slowly removing it. Like that. And I think now I'm going to take a brush to get like the thinner part going. So I'm going to take my Sigma 620 liner brush and I'm going to dip this into the micellar water, of course, and then I'm just going to kind of drag this where I want it to go. Now I'm going to take this brush from Morphe, it's their H7 brush, and dip this into the micellar water. And I want to draw another line here, but like smaller. Now I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia eye primer and clean up any edges and also just add a base there so I can put some more things there. And to apply it, I'm actually going to be using the Morphe H7 brush again. I'm just going to take my time defining the edges. Now that I have that done, I'm going to add more details around the shapes, which means I'm going to kind of like make it a little darker in certain areas. So to do that, I think I'm going to use my Sigma brush because it's small. I think I'm going to use my Sigma brush, the 620, to kind of do that for me. And I'm going to start off with that Enchanted Forest color, which is that dark green, and I'm just gonna go around the edges because this color definitely got lost while creating these shapes, and I want the shapes to look even more defined by kind of going around them with a deeper shade. And then to help blend that out a little bit, I'm gonna go into the Leprechaun color, the light green, and just blend it out around the edges. And then I'm going to grab this black color again from this ColourPop palette And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to keep the black more so on this side of it, like right about here. And then I'm eventually gonna have to clean up the shapes a little bit because the eyeshadow did good on there, but yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. Next, I'm gonna take this color called Shooting Stars, and I'm gonna put this yellow color all over this part right here. And then I'm gonna take this color called You're in Luck, and I'm gonna put this color right here where the round part is and kind of make a circle. And then I'm going to take this red color called Balloons, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make sure that this one stays inside of the orange. So I think I'm going to use this Beauty Creations Pastel Please liquid eyeliner color called Stalked. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to take my MAC Cosmetics Dazzle Shadow Liquid in the color Diamond Crumbles. And I'm going to take also the LA Girl pressed glitter called Holo Glam. And I'm going to first go in with the MAC Cosmetics Dazzle Shadow Liquid to help me stick down the pressed glitter by LA Girl. So I'm going to take my Sigma E28 detail buffer brush to apply this, making sure that I tap it in on my hand first to get like a thin application, and then I'm going to apply it mainly in the center of my eye, and I'm going to apply it all the way up. And then I'm going to take the LA Girl and apply that on my hand first so it's not like super chunky, and then I'm gonna tap it in on my eyes. Now I'm gonna add a winged liner. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. So now I have my winged liner done. I'm going to do the rest of my face and then I'll come back for the rest of the eyelid. Okay guys, I finished the rest of my face and now I'm going to do my bottom eyeshadows. I think I'm going to go in with Enchanted first. To apply Enchanted Forest, I'm going to be taking it on a Sigma E57 firm shader brush. And I'm just going to put it all throughout my eye at the bottom here. Next, I'm going to take this color called Leprechaun. Using the same brush, I'm going to smoke this Leprechaun color right underneath. Last but not least, I'm going to take this color Playful. And with the same brush, I'm going to do the same thing. Just blend it right underneath the green. Next, I'm going to take ColourPop's Cream Gel Liner in the color Icebreaker. And I'm going to put this color in my waterline. And I think I might add gems to the look, or actually the last thing for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go back in with this palette and add this white color. So I'm gonna add this in the inner corner. And I'm actually gonna do an inner corner wing, so I'm gonna take the NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Liner. Okay guys, this is the finished look. For lashes today, I used the Beauty Creations Your Sus lashes. Really pretty. All the colors blended really nicely. This was actually my second time using this palette today, and the first time kind of like flopped honestly, but the second time, which is this one, was much better, and I noticed that I did much better when I started off with darker tones first versus going light to dark. So I definitely will consider that, especially with shadows that are a little bit more on the drier side, or just colorful shadows, because colorful shadows are just harder to formulate, I've heard, and which makes it sometimes difficult to use for the consumer. So I definitely will consider that next time, because there's so many palettes that I have tried and wasn't sure like what it could be. I was thinking maybe it was the primer. I think some of you guys have said that maybe it's the primer or the way I'm blending it, but I think it definitely could be that, like the way I'm blending it, because when I started off dark, it definitely, like when I went dark to light, it actually worked much better than going light to dark. So that was really cool to see this come to life after trying it again, and I really liked the pigment of these shadows, just so pretty. But yeah, I enjoyed doing this look. I love these little, I don't even know what you would call this, but it's been trending for like a while now, and I've been seeing it, and I'm so late on trends and new products. Sometimes it will take me sometimes a whole year before I finally get something, but I do really like this style, and it's just so creative, so cool. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys bared with me on this video because I was all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have not subscribed already, please do consider subscribing, liking, sharing this video and many other of my videos. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you guys get notified every time I upload a new video, and then I'll see you guys soon. Bye!